Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Comic Books NYC. It has been probably a month since I did my last video. I apologize that I've been MIA on my own channel here. I have been doing a lot of traveling, so much traveling that I haven't even had a chance to do a video for the trip I took to LA last week. And now I'm doing a video for C2E2, which of course was this past weekend in Chicago, Illinois. If you missed it last night, I was live on my friend Adam Bear Island Comics channel with my C2E2 crew, aka the PitCon 74 crew now. So if you're interested in those stories, talking about good times of all of us hanging out and things like that, go check out Bear Island's video from last night. For this video, I'm going to keep it basically specific to my haul from Chicago, like what books and pieces of art that I picked up for my PC during con, and also at a LCS in Chicago that I was able to sneak in before I left town on Monday. So before I start, I will say hello to the people in the chat that were in here supporting. Baked Snake was first. What's up? Mr. Gretzky 9966 is in here. JP, one of my buddies that I got to spend time with in Chicago, is in here. Thanks for joining me, sir. Goblin King's in the house. What's up, Goblin King? Magic Lasso's in the house. Chatting with him on Instagram last night. Good guy. Let's see who else is in here. Oh, Goblin King grabbed some original art from the con. Ooh, let's see that. I want to see that. Tag me on Instagram. A bunch of alcohol too. Nice. Bait the Snake. 1212 check holler. House to the end. What is going on, my friend? Good to see you, George. D-Ron Comics. Hope you're feeling better today, brother. He's got a bit of a cold, maybe some con crud. I hope you are feeling on the mend. Who else is in here? I'm behind on the chat as usual. Raul, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. We got to link up here in town and catch up. Maybe later this week or by the weekend. Oh, he has to catch me on the replay. Whatever. No, good to see you, brother. Ben Compton in the house. What's going on, Ben? Good to see you, man. Yo, Alex Comic Order is in the house. What's going on? Good to see you. It's been a minute. What's up? Hope you're doing well. Sharon with a yo. What's going on, Sharon? Always good to see you. So I'm gonna get started. So like I said, if you're interested in like the overview of the con, how all the different days went, what some of the highlights were. Oh, Unruly Simeon's in the house. I think I missed him. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. I do sound human again. I made it. I made it over the hump. So, like I said, if you want to hear some more stories about the hangs and what went down and the good times, check out the video from last night on Bear Island Comics. This is going to be focused on just specifically my pickups. So let's get right into it. So before I get into anything I actually physically picked up at C2E2 from the convention floor, I'm going to go over this AOK that Jay Hood Creative, fellow YouTube member of our community, Jay Hood Creative, hit me with. He sent a package to Comic Head 84's hotel room with books for all of us, for our whole crew. Books for 84, books for D-Run Comics, books for JP's budget collecting, books for Bear Island, and a sketch for Bear Island, which was awesome, and books for me, Comic Books NYC. So he hit us all up with a awesome gift of books, which was totally unnecessary but very much appreciated. Gave us another thing to bond over and do while we were there, so that was awesome of him. Alex Comic Order straight flexing from IG picked me up, and oh, that's awesome. I picked up a Golden Age book from him as well, which I was showing this haul, and I got a chance to hang out with him a couple times while I was there as well. So I had never actually gotten a chance to hang out with him at a con, so that was also fun. That was also another positive part of the weekend, was linking up with him. No glasses. Wait, no glasses for me or for you? I'm not sure. I don't know. I feel like I need to see today. My eyesight has been diminished a little bit. I guess I'm constantly tired ever since I got back home. Kingdom Comics, what's going on? Nice to see you here as well. So let's just get right into it. This was the AOK from J Hood. So he included this, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 book lot here, the storyline called Countdown from the Spectacular Spider-Man. So this was Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 6. And this one was signed by the writer right here. P. Jenkins, I think, is the writer. P. Jenkins. I'm not sure what P stands for on this scenario. Off the top of my head, I don't know who the writer is. But this was a little mini run, including a signed book right here. So issue 6, issue 7, issue number 8, issue number 9, and issue number 10. So little run here, little full storyline, 5 books, including a signed book. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, J Hood. He also sent me Marvel 2-in-1 Thing and Triton. Awesome. I rebagged these in Mylar because just because AOK, like older AOK books deserve Mylar regardless of condition, in my opinion. So hell yeah, Marvel 2-in-1 Thing Triton. That's Marvel 2-in-1 number 65. Then he also included Untold Legend of the Batman number 1. So that's a mini-series. It's a 4-issue miniseries, 5-issue miniseries, but pretty cool Batman book there. Appreciate that, sir. And he also included Avengers 175. I love that cover. Awesome 35 center right there. Gorgeous. Mylar worthy for sure. And then this book, I love this book, Adventure Comics. This is Adventure Comics 431. It's a pretty beat up copy, but I mean, you can't go wrong with this Spectre cover right here. And I love how this is one of those cross out the 20 cent, write 15 cent, as actually on the book that at some point some comic book shop probably did that, or maybe newsstand, I don't know. But yeah, pretty awesome. So those were the books that J Hood Creative blessed me with in Chicago as part of his AOK to our entire crew. And that was just a really, really cool thing of him to do. So much appreciated, bro. Jack B's in the house. What's going on? He says, greetings from Michigan. Good to see you in here. Thank you. Yeah, dude, that melting cover. I love that cover. Goblin King's like, maybe we touch on those comic links. Oh, okay, that's right. We were chatting about that, huh? Or you were talking about that somewhere. I do remember that conversation. I don't remember where it took place, but I know we were talking about it. Hack 79, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by. And Alex Comic Recorder is like, I'm on a run, so I'm listen only mode. Great gift from J Hood. Yes, definitely, for sure. All right, so now we're gonna get right into the books that I got at the convention. So this is gonna seem weird for me, Comic Books NYC, but right after you see the book, there's a reason. So Batman 89. This is the B cover. This is the I guess Matina cover, right? Nice, crispy, definitely 9.8. I would say copy. Now, I'm not the type of guy to go after some buzzy, modern speculation key book or anything like that at a convention for overinflated prices. That's not really my jam. This was free. This was a book that was given to me by my good friend George, D-Run Comics. At the convention, he brought many copies to the convention to get graded on site. He got mostly 9.8s back, if I remember correctly, but he pulled one out of his 9.8 candidate stack for grading on site and flipping immediately on eBay, which is a smart move. He pulled one out and gave one to me, so that's much appreciated, man. Thank you so much. I really did want to give this right back to you so you can get it graded and sell it, but you wouldn't let me do that, so thanks for that. So Batman 89, B cover, first cameo appearance of Punchline. And then this next book, I mean, I guess I'll get deeper into the story later. Pick this up. This is Jenny Frison cover, Wonder Woman 78. There's a good reason why I picked this up, and it's not the only copy of this book I had, but there was a specific reason I got this book at the con because I wanted to take a strategic photo, which will make a lot more sense later. Or if you've seen my Instagram, it already makes sense. But yeah, there you go, Wonder Woman 78. I'll set that aside for a second to circle back to it later. Yo, what's up, Mark Spector? Good to see you, brother. Thank you for stopping in. If I'm missing somebody, oh, Bear Island's walking his dog and enjoying this. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. I plugged your video from last night where we all hung out. Like, I told people that if you're interested in the stories, like the behind the scenes stuff, to check out your video. Let's see here. All right, so next up, this was the last book I got at the convention. The last book I got at the convention. Eternals #3, super nice copy. I think this might grade out at an 8.0, 8.5. I got a swinging deal on this. I paid like about $20 for this. So yeah, that's the first appearance of Cersei, Eternals #3. This was literally the final book I spent money on at the con before leaving. So happy to add that, that find right there towards the end. The actual literal last book I left the con with was this book, but it's not my book. This belongs to Kenny, Comic Head 84. So this was the last book that 84 had in his on-site grading queue, and for whatever reason, it took longer than the rest of his books, and he already had to leave and catch his flight home on Sunday. So I basically had to go back to CGC like 4 times until this was ready. And I picked this up for him. So this book came back in 8.0, White Pages, Tales to Astonish #93. So this is the first full Silver Surfer appearance outside of the Fantastic Four. And of course features Hulk versus Silver Surfer. And it's a Marie Severin, Frank Giacoia cover. Awesome book, kind of jealous. Might hang on to it for a while before, and enjoy it for a little while before I send it off to 84. But was glad I was at least able to grab that for him since he had to bounce and it wasn't stuck in some sort of limbo where it needed to be shipped and he needed to pay extra money shipping. What's up, Warlord? Good to see you, man. Mark Spector's like, that means it's a live giveaway tonight. I don't know what he's talking about. He's probably talking about some mega thing I picked up or like artwork. No, I'm not giving away any of that. Longbox Diving, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in as well. All right, so real quick, I'm going to switch gears from the older book pickups to some signed books. Just quickly go through the books I got signed at the con. So I actually bought this book from Bake the Snake. I either bought this book from Bake the Snake or he gave this book to me. I don't remember 100% if I'm honest because it happened like at the same time. But this is a cover by David Nakayama. I love this cover. This with Venom and Mary Jane on the couch and her pointing her finger on her phone. I love it. But I was able to meet David Nakayama and have him sign it there at the bottom in gold. I love that comic. So awesome to be able to meet him and get a signature. Yeah, 84's book was pretty sweet. Dave Enrique, what's up, man? Bear Allen's like, can you believe we went to the last ever comic convention? I think he's making a joke about coronavirus and all these concerns and companies like CGC and Dark Horse canceling from Emerald City, and so there's a lot of drama going on. So I do appreciate the joke, but I'm also kind of concerned as well. So as I'm sure you are. So Cameron D, what's going on? Good to see you. Mark Spector's like, oh, here we go, Bear with fake news. Anyway, here we go. So once again, David Nakayama cover, great signature. Nice, very nice guy. Was very happy to meet him in person at the con. Next up, we have this cover. This is the Symbiote Spider-Man book. It's a Virgin variant. I'm not sure, I forget who did this exclusive or variant. But I also picked this up from Bake the Snake a while back, and this one was done by Jay Ensolado, if you're Bueller. Anyway, shout out to Bueller, constantly mispronouncing, or wait, I can't even say the word pronunciation, so I shouldn't talk. But Jay Anacleto, I believe, is the correct pronunciation of this guy's name. But great signature placement there. Very nice guy. This is one of my favorite covers of last year as far as moderns. Super, super stoked to have him sign this book and get to talk to him for a few minutes. at the con. So I think I posted a picture of him holding up the book signed after he signed it on my Instagram. Some of you guys may have caught that. But there you go. Love that book. Awesome cover. Did I already say hi to Cameron D? Yeah, I did. I think I did. Ensalada. Ensalada, yeah. J Ensalada Pasta Salad. JP's back in here. Oh, no worries. What's up to your folks? Ensalada. Yep. Ensalado. Ensalado, I think is the way Bueller says it. But I love it. Like, I look forward to him saying it every week. I make a point to like watch his, what's coming out next week covers, for all the publishers. There's at least one J Anacleto book every single week, and every time without fail he says Ensalado, and I just crack up. It's like one of the little moments of my week that I get. You know what I mean? So please do not start pronouncing it correctly, Bueller. Stick to your Ensalado, brother. All right, so another book that I got signed was this one right here. This is my favorite Wonder Woman modern cover right here. Wonder Woman 53, Jenny Frison, of course. And she very nicely agreed to personalize it for me to Don Dotta. Those of you who are familiar with my alter ego personality on the YouTube machine and in the faction known as NWO know what that's all about. So to Don Dotta from Jenny Frison, incredible signature placement. Like, just she has an eye for like the best spot on the book, especially for, obviously she's signing her own covers pretty much all day. But I love this one. I asked her if she still had the original art. She looked into it for me. Looks like somebody else luckily owns this piece. If not, I would have bought it probably on the spot. But unfortunately, somebody else was already the lucky owner of this. But super happy I was able to chat with her and have her sign this. More about Jenny Frison later in the haul. Yes, definitely a pretty cover. What's up, Comic Don? Good to see you. Collectible paper. You're always a winner. So you never have to ask here. So anyway, back to the books, guys. Circling back to the books. Okay, so this next book is pretty awesome. This is from the Steve Ditko's 1975 series that he did sort of independently on his own. It's probably the most well-known independent title that he ever did, like non-Marvel related, non-major publisher related. So this is Mr. A from Steve Ditko, 1975. This is the second issue. Now, I would love to track down a copy of the first issue. Didn't find one there. It may have been there, but I didn't find it. So somebody may have beat me to it, or I just didn't look hard enough for it. But this is Mr. A, number 2, cover by Steve Ditko. All the interior pencils and inks by Steve Ditko. This book is not colored, so it's just pure Steve Ditko, creative genius front to back. So super stoked to add this book to the PC. I'm going to be looking for all the other issues of this series, and so that's a little hunt goal of mine as well that I look forward to completing at some point. Yo, what's up, 36 Chambers? Good to see you. You missed a small amount. I'm not going to really recap what I've already shown, maybe a little bit at the end. But I didn't show a ton. There's still a lot left to go. JP says the way work is going this week, he might do a video recap through C2E2 in August. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I know things have been rough for you ever since you started making your way back home from Chicago with the long drive. So Unruly says Ditko was, let's just say, marching to his own. Yeah, pretty much. He was definitely marching to his own orchestra at this phase. But that's what makes me want to collect this series, just the history behind it of one of the most intriguing personalities and creative forces that we've had in comic books history, right? So super happy to have picked that up. So what else? Sorry, I'm trying to clear room here. It's got a lot of different books stacked in a lot of different things, so it's a little bit complicated right now. All right, so yo, what's going on, Superpower Review? Sorry, I'm trying to do my best I'm already 20 minutes in. This is kind of difficult. Yo, John, what's up, man? Awesome hanging out with John last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I'm going to be doing a whole separate video about my Los Angeles trip after at some point, maybe in a few days, because I have a haul of stuff I picked up while I was in Los Angeles as well, and I had the chance to hang out and have dinner with John, which was incredible. So I'll be talking about that. Maybe he can join me on that one. We'll have to coordinate that one. But Superpower review, you have not missed a lot. Okay, you've missed only a couple minor things so far. All the major things are yet to be shown. But if you want to catch it from the beginning, that's your call. RB3, what's going on, brother? Always good to see you, Ray. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're busy with the shop. I know you are, actually. So anyway, all right, back to the books. I'm just gonna start lightning rounding this as quickly as I possibly can. I mean, a lot of these books deserve more than lightning round speed, but I want to try to make this watchable for replay viewers if possible. So this is an incredible cover. Pep Comics 173. This is 1964. I picked this up from Harley Yee's booth. This is a cover by Dan DeCarlum doing pencils and Rudy Lapik doing the inks. I just was blown away by the cover. I love you know what Veronica is saying on the note here. She says, "I have to go now, Archie. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Love, Ronnie." And they're underwater here. This is a super high grade Pep Silver Age. Hell no, RB3. Get the hell out of here. You're banned. No. Yo, what's up, Jack? Yeah, he's a Detroit dealer. Yeah, it's a very cool underwater cover. I really like this cover a lot. This is my second ever Archie book. The other one was the Golden Age one, which you guys have already seen on my channel. But this one, he had this graded at a 9.2, guys. He had this graded as a 9.2. This book's from 1964. So this is my first Silver Age Archie comic book. So happy to have that in the PC right now. It is a very sharp book. Yes, I am going Archie. And there's another Archie book in this haul. We'll get to that. This book, this is my first / second, because I got two different books from this title at the con. Yo, what's up, Knights of Khonshu? Hey, Delphi is in the house. What's going on? Maybe Kachoon's in the room as well. What's going on, guys? So these next two books, I guess, are my first two Fiction House books. I don't know which order to show them in. I'll just show them in the order that I have them stacked here on the desk. And I got these from two different dealers. Don't remember off the top of my head which dealers. They're not in the best shape, but hey, it's Golden Age. I'll take it. So this is Jumbo Comics issue number 131. JD would be proud. You got that elephant cover action right there. This was published by Fiction House in 1950. So you got that Sheena cover, you got an elephant, you got some spear action there. So just a lot of cool elements to this cover. Yellow cover, I always dig that. The cover artist is actually not credited, and so I actually could use some help from the community. Maybe I'll have to hit up JD specifically, since he probably has the most Fiction House or Jumbo Comics knowledge. But the cover artist isn't credited. And I couldn't find the specific cover artist credit anywhere on the internet. But the interior art is done by Jack Kamen and Robert Webb, and this was published in 1950 by Fiction House. Yo, what's up, Arsenio? Good to see you. The art chemist is here. What's going on, man? Always good to see you. But yeah, this is my first. This or the next one, you could say, is my first Jumbo Comics or first Fiction House comic books. So the other one is Jumbo Comics 109, an even lower, earlier issue in the run. This one was published in 1948. This one similarly does not have a cover artist credited, published in 1948 by Fiction House. The interior art was done by Matt Baker. It was a very hot in terms of Golden Age collectors. Matt Baker, Jack Kamen, and Robert Webb art on the interior here of the stories. But yeah, another awesome Jumbo Comics Fiction House book. Alex Comic Order is into that stuff. I know Bub's Comics. I don't know if it's my first elephant cover big. I would actually have to go back in the collection and look at that. It could be.
So you could be right about that, honestly. So, I confirm they are both here together watching on the TV. Oh, awesome! I feel happy that I made it to TV status in the Delphia Kachung home. So here we go. So once again, these are my first 2 issues ever of Jumbo Comics. Got them both at C2E2, number 109 and number 131. So very, very cool. Very, very happy to have gotten these in Chicago. Continuing down the path of Golden Age, I picked up this issue. This is Real Life Comics number 23. So this is a war cover, and this is a Schomburg. So this is an Alex Schomburg cover. This was published in 1945. Real Life Comics number 23. I don't know if you can see the whole cover there. I got a little bit of that Mylar glare. Apologies for that in advance. But this is like I said, an Alex Schomburg cover published in 1945 with interior art by Charles Quinlan. Yeah, dude, I love this book. Superpower, I've never seen these books in my life. Well, they're Golden Age, man. So if that's not something you're well versed in, you'll probably be seeing a lot of books that you've never seen in your life in this hall. Thanks, guys. Yep. I don't know if Mark Spector is talking about this book or the one of the jumbos, but either way, congrats on having awesome books. Backseat Driver in the house. What's up, brother? Always good to see you, man. Definitely appreciate some of the chats I have with Backseat Driver on Instagram. He's a good dude. So shout out to you, man. Thanks for stopping in. And he also, I think he gave me a shout out on Instagram the other day, naming my channel as like a channel that's like needs more following or something like that. He gave me some sort of shout out, and that was really surprising. It like made my day when he did that. So thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Oh, maybe he's talking about this one. He says he has that in a 6.0. Wow, that's a pretty nice copy then. Much nicer than this copy. This is a low grade copy for sure. Definitely an awesome looking cover. And you know, Schomburg's my favorite Golden Age cover artist. A lot of Golden Age collectors dig on Schomburg, and I am in that club, if you will. So really, really happy to have found that. This one is probably, this could potentially be my most favorite cover that I found at the con. It's another Golden Age book. It's another Fiction House book. It's the first Fight Comics title book that I've ever gotten. Later, Sharon, make your shepherd pie. I don't even really know what's in shepherd pie. Yo, what's up, Kenny? 84, good to see you, brother. A lot of good times with that guy as well. Yeah, a lot of almost 80-year-old comics in this haul. I haven't gotten to the original art yet, bro. Stop. We got to stop jumping the gun with these questions. Let me do my thing. All right. Anyway, here it is. Fight Comics. Fight Comics number, I believe that's what, 43? Yeah, Fight Comics 43. This is a Joe Doolin cover. This was also published in 1945, and then the stories and art on the interior of this book were done by Matt Baker, Robert Webb, Alex Bloom, and Lily Renee. So Joe Doolin is another sort of sought-after Golden Age cover artist. I just think that whatever is going on in this cover, I'm all about it. It's, you know, you got headlights, you got bondage. You got kind of GGA, but not really. I mean, you got some craziness going on here, and just this cover just totally just popped for me, and everything that's going on. You got this guy here in the background with a gun. You got the Indian get-ups or the Native American, or is that Native American? Yeah, I think it is Native American get-ups. And then obviously you got like the bondage and violence going on. So pretty damn awesome stuff going on in this cover. So this is my first ever Fight Comics issue and third Fiction House book, I guess. Who doesn't, right? RB3, do you use the public restroom there? Did you run back to the hotel? I don't need more questions. I need more time to show books. I'm not even going to answer that question. 1945, Joe Doolin. I love this. Love this cover. There you go. A comment from Ray actually about what I'm showing. How novel is that? Fight Comics 43, guys. Super happy to have added that to my book. So somebody else in the chat mentioned Stray Flexen earlier. So I had a chance to meet him and hang out with him a little bit. And we also did a deal on this book. So this is America's Best Comics, number 13. Very sun-faded. So this actual cover, like if this book was in high grade or mid grade, would be like more of a reddish, like actual like kind of dark red, darker tones. So this is definitely a sun-faded copy, low grade. You get tears and everything. It's got issues on major issues on the spine, and it's got other problems. But this is a Schomburg World War II cover, and what this cover is also known for is this the flamethrower here, and you got the soldier burning alive. So if you look on actual copies of this book slab, on the slab in the notes they'll say "Soldier Burning Alive" cover. So that's some crazy Alex Schomburg action right there. You got Black Terror in there. You got Fighting Yank, Super Patriot. You got Pyro, and you got the World War II Jap soldiers that with the look that Schomburg always gave them. You got that classic Schomburg. So this is definitely a fire cover, despite being a very, very low grade copy of this book. And I was happy that I was able to get this book from Stray Flexen while we met up, and I took a look at some of his inventory that he was walking around with. So yeah, definitely happy to pick that up. Yeah, definitely lots of undervalued Golden Age books out there. If Golden Age books can be affordable at lower grades, affordable is all relative, right? Of course. So I don't want to make assumptions for what's affordable for everybody else out there or whatever, but you can find good deals and good prices on Golden Age books, raw Golden Age books in lower grades, stuff like that. It gets pricier in the mid grade and the high grade, and then slabbed, of course. But then obviously, if there's anything key about it, or if it's a highly sought after cover artist like Alex Schomburg or Matt Baker or L.B. Cole or numerous others, but those are some of the bigger names that are sought after in the community. So yeah, so one more book before I get into some slabs and some artwork. So I'll end the haul with slabs and artwork. And that's this. I said I had another Archie pickup, and here it is. So this is Jughead Annual number 7. And this is a cover by Harry Lucy. So this was published in like late 1959, I believe. So it's an early Silver Age Jughead Annual. And I just find the cover really, really funny. Like you have Betty's cooking hamburgers, and Veronica's like, "Smell this perfume, Juggy. It's moment of love. It's moment of love, and it's $20 an ounce." And like she's she's got the perfume dropper or whatever, and then Betty's like, "Smell this perfume, Juggy. Hamburgers, 69 cents a pound." And then at the bottom you see Jughead say, "The way to a man's heart is through his stomach." And then Archie's like, "Yeah, but Jughead is all stomach." I just laughed. I just thought it was funny. And then this is a super high. Look, this is a square bound, guys. Look at how nice. Look at how nice this copy is for a book from 1959. This is a thick book. There's like 3 fullbacks behind here in this Mylar. Was it a controversial issue? That's good to know, Metaphorical, and thank you for stopping by, brother. And Just a Little Podcast is in the house. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in here. Betty is the smart one. Yeah, I guess I would agree with that. I guess I'm partial to Ronnie myself, just based on the very little Archie knowledge that I have, and this is my 3rd ever Archie book. No, I know we met at C2E2 in the yard, the now infamous yard where we all met up. That was cool as hell. I hope the rest of the con was awesome for you. But this is this is my 2nd Archie pickup of the con and my 3rd ever Archie book, Jughead Annual 7 from 1959. This covered by Harry Lucy. So you've seen a lot of the bigger, older Golden Age and Silver and Bronze Age stuff, some of the modern stuff. Before I circle back to the artwork and the slabs, I want to show these books real quick. Before I left on Monday, I was able to sneak in a visit to a local comic shop. Shout out to Geek Aficionado, Jimmy. He gave me a few recommendations for some shops to hit. I was only able to hit up one before I had to meet my friend from college for lunch. And after that was over, I was back to the hotel to grab the suitcase and then head off to O'Hare to fly out back to New York. But I was able to sneak in a visit to Graham Cracker's Comics on Madison, I believe, in downtown Chicago. Great local comic shop. Great shop. Lots of long boxes, lots of stuff to dig through. I wish I had like 3 or 4 hours to dive through. I posted some pictures of the shop to my Instagram page. If you're interested, there's a post. You can check that out. But it was an awesome, awesome shop. And I was able to grab 4 books before I was on my way out of there. And I will show you those 4 books now. Thank you, Arsenio. I appreciate the hitting of the thumbs up and the like button call to action there. That would be much appreciated. Unruly's like, seriously, Jughead is a hamburger fiend. Ronnie giving him perfume. See, we got to get some more likes up here. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, Kev. Who dat? What's up? He's like, I am good, sir. He's giving me congratulations again on the TMNT 1. I will get to that, and I'll show that in a little bit. A lot of you guys already know that I picked that up, though, so I appreciate that. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I am definitely sort of, an eclectic golden age collector these days. So I like to get a little bit of, everything, I guess. So anyway, quickly, here are the 4 books I picked up at Graham Cracker's Comics on my way out of Chicago. Couple Terry Dodson covers. This is Catwoman number 30. So I've always liked that cover. And this was a pretty nice copy that I found in a long box there over at Graham Crackers. So I picked that up. Awesome Terry Dodson work right there. Yeah, right. It's a good shop, man. I really wish I had a ton more time to dive into their long boxes, their back issue bins. Dorkeries, what's going on? Always good to see you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you guys are doing well. Love this cover, Catwoman 30, Terry Dodson action right there. This is another Terry Dodson cover right here, Avengers No Surrender 685. Just a clean cover right there. Gorgeous Terry Dodson work. He's one of my favorite artists. I love his cover work. So he's one of those artists where I'm looking for cover buys. Yep, Terry Dodson is legit. Cookie's like, just live vicariously through my Insta story. Well, hopefully MegaCon around the corner. About 5 or 6 weeks out, if it happens. Fingers crossed. So Avengers No Surrender, really dig that variant. And then this is a 1 in 25 Chris Anka Spider-Woman variant. This is Spider-Woman number 5. So this is that 1 in 25 retailer incentive from when this issue was out. Wasn't really aware of this cover and just stumbled into it in the box and couldn't take my eyes off it. Like a couple times I put it back in the box and I was like, no, I'm gonna snag that. So I was just digging that cover, so I had to grab it. It was maybe a little bit more money than I wanted to spend on like an old 1 in 25 variant, but it was well below ratio. I grabbed it. So I was only gonna ever visit that comic shop once in a year. Maybe I'll go to Chicago again next year and then I can visit it again. But love that cover, Spider-Woman number 5. Chris Anka, 1 in 25. And then I was able to find this older X-Men Silver Age book for a decent price in their Uncanny X-Men box. It was the oldest book in their Uncanny X-Men long boxes. And it looked like it was in decent shape and it had a decent price. So X-Men 44, I believe this is the first like golden age angel appearance in the Silver Age. Or there's something key about this issue. I could be explaining that incorrectly. I mean, Hialeah, who just entered, probably knows since he's one of our resident X-Men obsessive collectors. I probably should know more why this is key, but I saw this in the long box at Graham Crackers, and I couldn't let that one go either. and I thought it presented really, really well. It's like a mid-grade. This is not, not super high grade. It's got the Mylar magic to some degree, but can't go wrong. X-Men Silver Age, affordable price, mid-grade. So that was it. So those are the 4 books I got from Graham Cracker's Comics on my way out of the convention. And now I'm going to circle back to picks from the con. And I guess I'll do some art first. And then I'll circle back to the big slabs. So first piece of art I got was at the Hero Initiative event on Thursday night, the night before the con started. Got an invite from Chad RCG, me and George, D-Run Comics. We hit up this event where basically for $25, the Hero Initiative was throwing a party, drinks, lots of artists at the table, signing and sketching coasters for $25 donations to the Hero Initiative. Chad RCG was gracious enough to cover our $25 donations, so we got these sketches on the house. So shout out to you, bro. Much appreciated. And I drew. So we basically drew cards. So D-Runk drew Art Baltazar, and I drew Mike Perkins. And at the last second, we decided to switch. So he got Mike Perkins, and I got Art Baltazar, right? So this is the sketch that Art Baltazar did for me on a coaster at this Hero Initiative event. It's a Magneto. So if you don't know Art Baltazar, this is his style. It's kind of childish, cartoony, if you will. Not necessarily like my personal favorite style, and I didn't, and I didn't really do, I didn't really like have expectations for this to be some insane piece for a quick sketch on a coaster. But I thought this came out pretty cool. If you haven't seen the sketch that Mike Perkins did for D-Runk, I think he posted it to his Instagram. It's super, super awesome. I think he did a Nightwing for him. Very awesome sketch. But this was also very cool. It was awesome to meet him, meet Art Baltazar, have a conversation with him. Awesome time. What's up? Biggie Shack's in the house. He's like, Don Dotta made C2E2. A little bit. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Got to catch the rest of your show with Hialeah and the guys. He's like, can't wait to watch his episode. Yeah, but you got to watch me first. Yeah, see, the Nightwing did turn out real good. But anyway, this was really cool. So shout out to the Hero Initiative. Shout out to Chad RCG. That was a fun time. And I was happy to get that little memory and that hang with George and E-Rod was there. The Spider-Man booth guy was there. Chad RCG was there. So we got to spend time with a little bit of time with all those guys there and sort of settle into the con before the con had even started with that event. So that was awesome. Speaking of George D-Runk Comics, I did so this sketch I didn't get at the convention. I got this sketch months ago in 2019 from an artist out of Canada. His name's Dominic Lever. And my concept for this sketch, it was on an Absolute Carnage #1 blank cover. My concept for this sketch was an AF-15 homage cover with Absolute Carnage holding Spider-Man with Venom on the roof. Okay, so that was the concept. He took that and ran with it. And the sketch came out absolutely incredible. I've shown the sketch before on my YouTube channel. Not everyone probably has seen it, but I've shown it before. But, of course, my boy D-Runk with his fire DGC labels that he's been doing for both his books and his homies in the community. And soon, maybe wider than that, stay tuned for the info drop from D-Runk. He hooked me up with this custom label and case for this sketch, and I was able to bring it home with me and hook it all up. And the final package, guys, like, look at this D-Runk seal right here. Just fire, man. I gave that grade an 11 because, Spinal Tap. And then check out that whiter than blow pages. Yeah, whiter than white blow pages. So yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better job on this sketch from Dominic Liebert. So that's that's non-C2E2 related, but D-Runk just pulled in some madness with this slab and label job. But yeah, dude, like DGC is just is on a fire level right now. It's just it's just insanely good stuff from George. So much appreciated, man. So wanted to give that a little bit of a shout out and showcase that while I do this haul. Next piece of art. So we were at dinner Friday night, me and the C2E2 crew, and they all surprised me and said that the original art that they had gotten me for my birthday wasn't the only part of the AOK, and that they had hired the services of 36 Chambers to do a Absolute Carnage #1 blank sketch, and this was his homage to ASM 361, the first full appearance of Carnage, and this is what 36 Chambers came up with. I already posted this to Instagram while we were there, but he did an absolute incredible job. I love the twist that he did on the homage. He didn't do just a straight up like copy job of it. He kind of put his own spin on it and did his own thing with it and sort of took it in his own direction, if you will. Definitely would love to get a DGC slab for this eventually at some point. And also the next sketch cover I got. But yeah, major shout out to 36. He killed that one. And I have another package from 36 with a sketch cover I bought, a Blade Runner, and possibly something else in there. He said he threw in an AOK in there, and I don't know what it is. So I'm going to try to possibly unbox that tomorrow. I don't know what time, but he slayed this one. And if whatever's in the package that I open tomorrow from him is remotely close to this one, it's going to blow my mind. So shout out to you, 36 Chambers. You got to go check this guy out. He's major skills. And he is NWO for life, 100. So thank you, bro. Appreciate that. And thank you to JP, Adam, Bear Island, Comic Kid 84, Kenny, George, D-Run Comics, and JP. And I probably said JP twice there by accident. Sorry, or maybe not sorry, because he's the one that did, I think, most of the work in securing this AOK with 36. So thank you guys. Highlight is like DGC wait time is up to 5 months. Yeah, that you know, the demand is high. The fervor is real. Okay, so this is the last sketch cover I got at the con. Both George and I both got a sketch on an Amazing Fantasy 15 blank, you know, the reprint, of course. The original didn't have a blank cover, but the reprint of AF15 had blank cover variants so that people could get sketches on it. And we found this artist from Southeast Asia. She's kind of an anime manga kind of style, crossover style illustrator. And she had some fantastic artwork on her table, just absolutely incredible artwork in my mind. And I was tempted to just buy some of the stuff that was already done straight off her table. But George and I sort of looked at each other. If you want to hear the full story, check out Bear Island's video from last night, because there's a little bit of drama that went down around this, a little bit of a beef. But we squashed it, we settled it, we made up, we're still bros. And I think we're both super happy with what we got. He got a Spider-Gwen AF15 homage, and I got a Black Cat. And I am incredibly happy with how this Black Cat turned out. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I think it's probably one of the best sketch covers I've ever received at a convention. Major shout out to Rachta, who's super nice. And I've been talking with her the past few days. As she's made her way back to Southeast Asia. She's in Japan right now. And I have already hired her to do a full-size large art piece with a very crazy out there concept, which I'm not going to share until the piece is ready and here. But I've had a real good time talking to her about the concept. And I think what she's going to deliver on the next piece, on the full-size piece, is just going to be out of control, out of this world. So I can't wait for that to start getting into motion and eventually make its way over here. I also tried to work some Dotta magic to get her at Artist Alley in New York Comic Con this fall. We'll see. So hopefully I can actually say thank you to her in person again. But yeah, it's just gorgeous. But yeah, right. This is such a nice sketch. Complicated for it. I'm surprised you didn't get a Spider-Gwen. I know you really dig her. I do, but I think you'll have to ask George about that. But anyway, I'm actually happy that I got Black Cat instead. I love the detail, like the pearls and everything. Even her signature. It's a C2E2 2020. You got the colors. You got the moon. She's got that nighttime environment. Just the wink. That's very Black Cat personality. So I think she just nailed this. Just nailed it. Yeah, she's got some super fire art. She's just a really nice person, great personality. So yeah, super. I mean, I'm just blown away by this. She also put these really cute, I don't even know what those are, little character creatures, on a sticker on the back. And then she actually had this seal, kind of like this gold seal sticker. She had that on the front, but I moved it to the back. And then D. Runk is going to hook me up with a DGC slab. He already made one for his own, but he's going to have to hook me up with one for that so that I can, make it look all proper, if you will. Yeah, I got Black Cat. I do collect Spider-Man. Doesn't mean I don't like Black Cat, or I don't like Spider-Gwen, or I don't like other characters. So I don't know. I don't know why. I don't need to be pigeonholed to one character. I've got plenty of books, guys. I got plenty of things I'm a fan of. House of the End, awesome cover. Checked her out last night after you mentioned her. I'm glad she did hit me up and say I've got a lot of people that have reached out to inquire. I think I've sent a lot of people her way between me and D Runk, posting her stuff. I think we've and people digging those sketches. Hopefully we generated some interest for her, which would be awesome. But anyway, moving on, guys. I'm going to move on to sort of the last couple things. Sort of maybe the three biggest items. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say three biggest items, but probably the three items I'm the most stoked about outside of that sketch cover. Which is probably number 4, or maybe arguably number 3, but it's hard to rank these things sometimes. They're all awesome pickups. So so everybody already knows about the TMNT one, and I'll show that last. But this is the only other slab I got at the convention. This is Creepy Magazine from Warren Publishing, issue number 113 from 1979. This is a 9.4 white pages. And this is the special Bernie Wrightson issue. This is a Bernie Wrightson cover, Bernie Wrightson art on the interior. And this is from the Don Rosa, Don Rosa, the famous cartoonist, who's also usually at a lot of the cons himself, but he has a well-documented collection that's like a pedigree collection. So this is a Don Rosa collection pedigree, which is specified on the label, Don Rosa collection. See right there, Don Rosa collection. But Creepy 113, 9.4. Hell yeah, I love this book. And I thought the same thing. TJ probably has a 9.6. I sent him a picture of it. I was like, you probably have a 9.6 or a 9.8. And he said, no, we have twins. So I got the same grade as TJ Slab Dragon Watson. And mine's from the Don Rosa pedigree. So I would say I maybe sneak by with the victory right there a little bit. Yo, what's up, 36? Yeah, I already showed your book, man, and I really talked you up, so thanks again for it. And I talked up the fact that I got an unboxing from you as well. But yeah, dude, I'll do a quick recap and I'll show it again real quick, but at the end. But yeah, man, I'm super stoked to have gotten this 9.4. This is the second magazine, or third, I guess, if you count the TMNT one magazine size slab I have. So 2 out of the 3 magazine size slabs I have in my collection I got at C2E2 in Chicago. And this was I just stumbled across it. I was like hunting with JP, trying to help him find his ASM 31, and just came across this at a booth. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, Don Rosa collection, it's mine. So I was super stoked to have that added to the PC. So okay, so before the last book, and I'm going to take the last book out of the the plastic case bag thing, so you guys can get a good look at it. No worries, brother. Yeah, dude, it was a steal. It was a steal. I'm not going to disclose the price on that one, but it was definitely a steal. Yeah, Erie is awesome too. I have a few Eries in my magazine long box, or my short box, but I don't have any slabbed. Unruly says, I've been seeing Silver Age FF popping up from Harleen Ellison's collection. Love to have one. Ain't gonna pay double though. Yeah, definitely didn't have to pay a lot. Didn't have to pay like anything extra, I suppose, for the Don Rosa collection part of it. It was a pretty relatively cheap pickup, but I think kind of a gem, you know, if you will, like an underrated issue, undervalued issue, underrated issue, plus to be part of a pedigree collection of an artist I'm aware that I know of, have met at cons before, have talked to, that I know about his collection. Just to have one book from his collection is pretty sweet as a collector and as a fan, and as a Bernie Wrightson fan, also a huge Bernie Wrightson fan. So, all right, guys. So last and best art pickup of C2E2 Chicago 2020. You guys all know what this is. You saw me on Instagram, standing next to her. She was gracious, nice, super nice to me. We had a great conversation. We came to a deal on this original art piece of hers, of her cover, and this we're talking about Jenny Frison, of her cover to Wonder Woman 78. This is of course, the final book, the final result, the colored cover, but I have the original artwork in my collection. So this is the first original art piece. So she starts with just pencils, okay? And then she goes into colored pencils and Copics. So Copics or Copics, I'm not sure how to pronounce that necessarily, but they're like alcohol markers. So colored pencils and alcohol marker coloring shading. So these two come as a set as the original artwork. And then, you know, she does the coloring in digital, so can't really give me the iPad file for the coloring or whatever. But what this is going to be, guys, now that I've shown this on a haul video, is this is going to be a triple framed setup where I'm going to have on the left side, you know, the pencils, in the middle, but slightly, you know, lower, the final colored comic book, and then on the right side, the more detailed piece of original artwork. So definitely a grail for me to have a Jenny Frison Wonder Woman cover. I have an almost complete set of Jenny Frison Wonder Woman covers. There's a couple that I am missing, so I will have to go through whatever box that is at some point and complete that set now that she's officially done and off, you know, doing the Wonder Woman cover Bs. But definitely a grail. I'm going to take this to the framers tomorrow, I think, and do it justice. You know what I mean? Really go all out with the treatment of the frame. I'm going to use archival glass. I'm gonna make the colors match up both with the final colored piece, and I'm gonna have accents with the mattes, you know, so that these pop even more. Yeah, man, I can't wait to triple frame this. Thanks for all the positive feedback. I don't know, it was like too much. Yeah, it was a little too much. And honestly, I feel so, I guess, gracious that she took a picture with me holding up the artwork, because she didn't have to do that. But she did it, and she's super nice about it. I'm definitely stoked. I'm like beyond stoked to own that cover. So I'll move on, but hard to move on from that one. Frankly, that could have been the last thing I showed. And it could have shown the TMNT book first, but I think everybody knows, hey, what's up, Adam? He's like, you killed it, Kavi. I'm glad I got to watch some of your slang in person. That was a lot of fun having you there, having JP there, having 84 there, having D-Runk there. It wouldn't have been the same just doing all that stuff all on my own. I don't even know if I would have done all that stuff all on my own, if I'm honest. But Biggie Shack, I recently picked that one up from the framers. I'm going to show it on a video soon. The frame job for that piece that Take the Time sent was it turned out really, really good. So I'm gonna do another video in a few days called like my 2020 art pickups so far or something like that, because I've got a bunch of other art that I've picked up that I haven't shown on any haul videos. I haven't had time to make a video in like a month because I've been traveling for work, and then I traveled for the con and everything. So I've just been super busy, and I haven't had the chance to make videos, unfortunately, or post much stuff. Thank you, Kingdom Comics. Appreciate that. JP's like, I'm just super and insanely jealous of that purchase. Anna was like, the TMNT is a major book, no doubt, but a Frozen cover, yeah, definitely only one of them. I am drastically running out of space in a very quick manner. You are absolutely correct about that collectible paper. All right, guys, you guys know this. This is the only book that was on my hunt list or want list or wish list for 2020. Any other book I pick up this year is just gravy. I was looking at a few different copies of this book. As George knows, even the night before the con started, I was bidding on a TMNT #1 first print, a 9.4 on Comic Link. I lost by $3,000. The 9.4 sold for like $14,500, something ridiculous like that. So I was like, okay, not going to be able to go that high. And I was eyeing an 8.0 copy for about a week or so, and I was, started the conversation with Reese's Rare Comics, Austin over there, before the con. So I knew basically I was going to go pretty much immediately up to his booth and maybe one other booth that had a copy, and was able to work out the deal that I wanted, that we sort of had, discussed in person, or discussed. Well, we had discussed it in person, really. I mean, we talked vaguely about it, via text message or whatever beforehand. But I got the deal I wanted. I got the price I wanted. I think I got a steal of a price. I think the C2E2 crew knows the price I got, but and that's not really for anyone else but me and them. But here's the book, TMNT #1, first print, 8.0, off-white to white pages. Now, the book was signed on the interior first page, I believe, by Peter Laird, Kevin Eastman, and also a remark. So I'm imagining a turtle head. I don't have an actual picture of it. Because it's not on the cover, it's not a green label. It's a blue label because it's on the inside. And this is an all-time grail for me. This is like, I mean, I have a hard time talking about this because this Ninja Turtles is the first thing, like, it's just the first thing I remember being obsessed with ever, as a kid. I had the t-shirts, I had like the pajamas, I had the freaking bed sheet set, I had the toys, I watched the cartoon, I was obsessed with the movie. The only thing that wasn't really on my radar at the time was the comic books, because I don't think I was old enough to grasp that. I got into comic books a few years later when I was, a little bit older of a kid. Not 5, 6 years old, like when I was first into Turtles. Raul knows what I'm talking about. We were all into Ninja Turtles back then. And yeah, man. So I'm super thrilled to have this book. I am humbled. I'm just thrilled, man. I mean, back cover's got a little bit more issues going on, I think, than the front cover. But hey, it's a wraparound cover. I am tempted to potentially one day. Hey, what's up, Gray Matter? Raise your hand if a teacher in elementary school ever caught you drawing turtles in class. There you go. But I am tempted to maybe eventually crack this book out, get it cleaned, get it pressed, but less important than the clean and press, I am tempted to bring this up to Kevin Eastman at a con, have him sign in gold, have him sign in gold and do a remark on the back cover, and then turn this into a yellow label. I don't know what would happen with the notation of the interior, because you notice how it says Peter Laird, Kevin Eastman, sketch, see interior. So I don't know exactly how that would change the label, but it would definitely be a yellow label. So I might have to call up CGC and sort of ask them a little bit about what how that they would treat that or whatever. But now I'm in no rush, honestly, because this is an all-timer right here. This is a keeper right here, man. You never say never with books, because there are more important things than comic books in life, and there are more important things than a lot of these things that we collect in life. But I hope to hang on to this for as long as I possibly can. Collectible paper. Let's 84 crack it so it can turn the off-white pages to white. Yeah, maybe. If I got that 84 luck, that we'll roll the dice. Good call, Arsenio. Definitely should get it signed in green, like a metallic green on the back. Metallic green on the back with like I don't know if I would specify a turtle or let him do his thing. If I had to specify a turtle to draw, it'd be Donatello, because that was my favorite as a kid. I think it's Leonardo now, but I don't know. I have a hard time deciding between those two characters. Donatello, it was Donatello as a kid, and now or Donnie as a kid, and then it's kind of Leonardo now, or Leo. Yo, what's up, Big Will? I'm just sort of at the end here, but I'm glad you dropped in. I got a show this weekend with Big Will over on his channel. I think a bunch of other people are going to be there. I forget exactly what time it is, maybe 3 o'clock Eastern, but his patented oxygenizing protocol. Yeah, I agree with that, George. I'm just going to let this breathe. I'm going to let this victory sort of sink in. I'm going to swim in the good feelings for a while, and just be happy to have it. So, Superpower said Donatello was same thing, dude. That I feel the exact same way, dude. Unruly says gotta go. Dog crawled on me. Good luck, brother. His dog's so cool. Take care of that. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you showing your support here. Biggie Chef said, I gave Jabroni crap about getting TMC1, but I completely understand why Don Dotta got it. Well, I think I understand why he got it too. I don't want to play, who's the bigger fan or whatever, but a lot of people are big fans of the Turtles. But anyway, that's the haul, guys. That's the C2E2 haul. I'll do a quick, I guess, recap of some of the highlights. Let's see, the signed books, Jay Anacleto on that one, David Nakayama on that one, Jenny Friesen on that one, personalized to Don Dotta. I also got a book, a swimsuit special book, done by Jim Lee, personalized to Don Dotta as well, but that one's going to be going to CGC and getting yellow labeled, so I don't have it back. I do have a picture of it, and I thought about showing a picture of it, but nah, screw that. When the book comes back, yellow label, signed by Jim Lee, I'll do an unboxing for that, and that'll officially complete my C2E2 haul. But some of the bigger raw books I picked up, let's see, Jughead, Annual number 7, 1959. Love that book. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. I don't have them anymore. I think maybe I have some older figures at my mom's house, but I might just have to get into that. I don't know. Thank you, Legend. I appreciate that, brother. Thanks for stopping in. I enjoyed sharing all those pictures and taking all those pictures with all the community members. It was fun. But yeah, this Jughead Annual 7, definitely a highlight for you Archie fans out there. Let's see. There was another Archie book. I'm trying to find it here in the pile. Pet. Yeah, this Pet 173. This is a 9.2, guys. Freaking 9.2, man. Yo, what's up, Johnny Dakota? Love this cover. 1964, Silver Age Archie. You got that Steve Ditko, Bronze Age, Independent Action, Mr. A, number 2. Steve Ditko, front to back. Totally Steve. Eternals, number 3, the last book I picked up at the con. First appearance of Cersei. Got a great deal on that. Got a Sunday deal on that. Got a We Need to Move Some Books deal on that. We got a 30% off, plus we need to move some books deal on that. I got this X-Men 44. This was from Graham Crackers, actually, an LCS. And so definitely dug that. This 1 in 25, Chris Annika Spider-Woman variant, also picked that up there. This was from the J-Hood AOK, this Adventure Comics. Awesome Spectre cover. This was also from Jib's J-Hood AOK, Avengers 175. Another awesome fire cover. Some of my first Fiction House books, possibly my first, these are my first two Jumbo Comics issues. I think this is my first elephant cover. So you got some classic Fiction House Jumbo Comics. You got my first Fight comics. This is my first Joe Doolin cover as well. And this is one of the craziest covers that I've ever seen. Just some crazy bondage action, some just all sorts of stuff going on in that. Again, Joe Doolin cover, got Matt Baker art on the interior. Got two Alex Schomburg covers, Real Life Comics number 23, this war cover, and then I got this America's Best number 13 with the Soldier on Fire cover. So two Schomburgs, two war covers, both from 1945. One I picked up from Stray Flexen, the other I picked up from a dealer, but I don't remember which dealer it was. So yeah, a nice little batch of Golden Age fire right there, and some Bronze Age and Silver Age fire, and some Archie. Just a very eclectic sampling and a mix of stuff. And then of course you got the art highlights. You got the AOK from the guys via 36 Chambers and his ASM 361 homage, which is definitely a highlight. You got the DGC slab, which I was able to hook up my other sketch that I got, last year, but with the proper DGC treatment, the 11 grade and the whiter than blow pages. So another shout out over to my buddy George D. Runk. You got the amazing Rochdalin Black Cat AF-15 homage cover. Just incredible work. I'm already a super fan of hers and a major supporter of hers. Want to see her, succeed, go to the top. And then the Jenny Frisian action, the original art from Wonder Woman 78, definitely another major highlight. And then the two slabs, Creepy, it's upside down, Creepy number 113 from the Don Rosa Pedigree collection right there. You see it on the label, Don Rosa, probably not. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a 9.4. Bernie Wrightson cover, Bernie Wrightson art, special Bernie Wrightson issue. And then the big boy, the other slab, the TMNT number 1, first print 8.0, signed by Peter Laird, signed by Kevin Eastman, sketched by Kevin Eastman, and probably my favorite book of all time, or a close tie with Amazing Fantasy 15. It would be hard for me to choose, but the childhood me chooses this. The adult me probably chooses Amazing Fantasy 15. So, but I got it, man. That was my goal for the year, and now I'm done, right? I can just give up, right? What's up, Discovery Bay? Good to see you, brother, right here at the end. Thank you for stopping in. Sorry you missed the haul, man. I just did the recap too, so I don't think I'm gonna do that one again. But if you're interested, catch the replay, or eventually all this stuff's gonna make its way to my Instagram account via posts, because I got stuff to post for days now. Yeah, I think I had a good C2E2, man. I would, and honestly, even though I killed it with all this stuff, the hangs and the times, the good times I got to spend with the crew was definitely still the most memorable part, and the part I'm going to remember the most, even more so than TMNT1. It was being able to spend time with a lot of those people who now I consider really, really great friends. So thanks everybody for joining me here on the stream. Like I said, I got a sketch pickup from 36 and A as well in that package to open. I might do that tomorrow. I got a whole bunch of original art that I have not shown on the channel that I will be doing. So I'm going to do a original art hour special of my own pickups of original art from this year, including the ones that I just showed here from C2E2, but also things that I have not had a chance to show anywhere. So those are going to be the next two videos that I do on my channel at some point here over the next few days. I'm also going to be on, like I said, Big Will's channel on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. We're talking about investment books versus investment speculation versus collecting when it comes to like high value books. Or I think a topic similar to that. Don't quote me on that. It's been a minute since I agreed to the show, and then Chicago happened, so I'm gonna have to prep a little bit for that show. And then I'm also on Life with Two YouTubers, the show with Rena, Cade, and Sharon on Saturday night at 10 o'clock Eastern over on Life with Two YouTubers channel, talking about living life in the big city and all the cities that I've been in, and I'll probably share some music industry stories and stuff. You know, other stuff from my personal life that I don't normally talk about on my own channel and on my videos. So if you're curious about learning a little bit more about the other side of my life and other things that I have going on, tune in for that one. So that should be fun. That should be interesting to share a little bit with the community on some of those things. So thanks again, everybody. As Bear Allen says, killing is more fun with a crew. PitCon 74, we're coming after you. Good night.